I think it's really important. It's not just wallpaper and a bit of fabric. I think there's a story behind it, and if you learn that story, then you'll realize how key it is to us. My name is Tayybah Tahir. I am gallery trainee here at the William Morris Gallery. I have been working here for around a year now. I actually had my first experience with the William Morris Gallery when I was a kid, around 9, 10 years old. There used to be craft workshops here. We would do William Morris inspired designs on woodblock printing. We would do tile painting. I studied history and English at university, and I was very pleasantly surprised to find that Morris was inspired by Islamic designs. He was really passionate for craft that was done by people from all over the world. It's really nice just to be able to go, oh, I know that, I can relate to that, it's really familiar to me. As a young Muslim living in Britain, I feel really valued that Morris used patterns from different cultures around the world, cultures that often aren't like part of British history and British heritage, and I think it just roots my cultural identity into something a bit firmer, a bit stronger. My favourite Morris design is wild tulip wallpaper, and one of the reasons is because it's one of the most obvious ways you can see his inspiration from Ottoman Turkish ceramics. So if you look at the tulip flowers, the style of them, they're very slim, very wild, and that's very characteristic of the Islamic plates that he had collected. I think Morris is a pretty good role model for Muslims today. I think his diligence in creating patterns, in studying and learning more about different crafts and different ways of creating things, but he did everything with such great care and creating beautiful things so that you can enjoy and get through the practicalities of life.
My name is Yasim Hyatt. I am a Syrian-British artist who specialises in Indo-Persian and Arabic miniature painting and geometry. So my family heritage is Syrian, and I used to spend a lot of summers in Damascus, where I would see a lot of the art that was in the marketplaces, such as the metalworking, the glass blowing, the geometry. I first came across Morris when I was a student at Central St Martin's studying painting. And I was really taken by his work. I found the composition really balanced, very harmonic. It was quite inspiring. Like, it's very evident if you have any knowledge of Turkish Islamic work or even Iranian kind of biomorphic design, that there is a direct source of inspiration. In 2020, I was given a project where I was commissioned to produce a design which could be used as fabric or as wallpaper. So when I was coming up with a pattern, I did look at inspirational sources. So I did refer to William Morris's work because he is such a skilled craftsman and designer that he's really tastefully taken inspiration from Islamic art and culture and then recreated it in a very Victorian English fashion. So I did look at several resources. I looked at the way he drew his shapes, like his leaves, because much of the vines, the way they twist, even the shape of the leaves, how they curve back on themselves, these are all elements that we have seen already in the Middle East. They are on the architecture, they're within the artworks. So although they have this connotation of being kind of quintessentially English and Victorian, there is a direct linkage where they are pre-existing already. I wouldn't be surprised in this day and age if there's somebody sat in Iran, in Syria, in Turkey, creating a new design, if they do reference and look at William Morris's work.
My name is Zarah Hussain. I'm an artist. I live in Walthamstow. My artwork is inspired by Islamic art and design. When I first saw William Morris's work, it was surprising to me that a Victorian English man had made carpets and wallpapers so sympathetic and similar to Islamic tiles, Islamic carpets. You can see there's a great love for nature, natural form and balance, harmony, composition. And I think those ideas and ideals are also in Islamic art. The symmetries and the designs are not simple, they're really complicated. I personally feel that William Morris took a long time to study and look at artifacts from the Islamic world. For the exhibition I'm working on now, The carpet I've chosen is peacock and bird. The carpet is perfectly symmetrical, it's balanced, it's using very, very similar kind of motifs that you'd see in Iranian or Pakistani carpets in the border work, very, very natural colours. And firstly, what I did was I redrew the carpet and I recoloured it to make the colours more contemporary. And then once I'd done that, I had to break down the carpet into hundreds and hundreds of layers, and each layer was separated, and then each layer was animated. And by showing that in the animation, I'm hoping that viewers will see the complexity and the beauty of the design. I live in Walthamstow. William Morris was born in Walthamstow, and I think it's extraordinary today that if William Morris could look at the communities that live in Walthamstow from all over the world, and from the countries he was looking at, you know, their textiles and carpets from India, from Iran, from Turkey, and those communities now live here in Walthamstow, and it's just amazing.